Okay, this is the interior portion of the tour of our 98 Damon Residency. This right here is the view of our living room and kitchen from the steps. Bandit is doing what he does best, being a lazy pug. Bandit! He could care less. Luna is watching. Okay, starting with the front. Driver's compartment. And we do have the curtains closed, and behind the curtains we have Reflectix in all the windows. We use Reflectix summer and winter. Summer it keeps out the heat. Winter it keeps the heat in. I find it makes a big difference in holding in the warmth, especially on the cold nights. Typical Ford driver's layout: cruise control, overdrive transmission, Cobra CB radio, Pioneer stereo system with one speaker on each side and two speakers in the bedroom. It's decently loud. Down here we have our HWH hydraulic leveling system. With the touch of a button, I can raise or lower any part of the 4 different jacks. This is my air suspension. I can raise or lower the pressure in the rear or the front on the fly while I'm driving. Standard trailer brake controller, which we're not using because we're not towing with the RV. Heated mirror switch. Battery connect switch. I can hit that button and it connects my house batteries and my chassis battery together at any time, even when the engine's off. High beam flash. I can hit that button to momentarily flash the high beams at a truck or so on when passing. We have a 15-watt solar panel on the top of the air conditioner that charges the chassis battery. And on this side, I have two 12-volt stainless steel fans that cool the driver compartment. I have them both pointed at Bandit when he rides on his bed, and there are 2 of those fans. That helps to keep him cool when he's sitting in the sun and overheating. He's a pug, so he's not quite smart enough to get down on his own. Dome light switch, generator on-off switch, standard cigarette lighter, electric mirrors, left, right, up, down for left or right mirror. Standard dash air conditioner, which, by the way, works well. Some Class A's, the air conditioner doesn't work at all. This one works fantastic and blows ice cold. Passenger drawer for working on things, or becomes a mini table, also doubles as a glove compartment. Standard storage up underneath the front driver or passenger compartment. Magazine storage on both sides. Both driver and passenger chairs swivel 360 degrees. We leave the driver's seat in the standard position all the time, and we use the passenger seat in this configuration because it works well. We have a leather recliner, a standard one like you would have in a house, That's my favorite chair. It's my favorite place to sit. There's also a folding table that comes out, and we have a shoe rack. Keeps all the shoes put aside. Standard equipment, 2 large sun visors. This is where part of the entertainment system is kept. Satellite, the entire old school TV Connect. There's also a 200 watt inverter that we are not using that is wired in. Standard plugs and 12 volt cigarette lighter already installed. This is the hole where the old television went. It's been blocked off. And inside of this cabinet right here, we have a 300 watt subwoofer. Picks up a lot of extra bass being inside the cabinet. Works really well. Let me back up. 43-inch TV. Soundbar is mounted above it. The TV is on a swing arm, so it comes out and the TV can be turned any number of ways, pushed over to the side. It's on what's called a Mirage mount, and it closes up and clips in place with this giant pin. And that holds it in place while we're driving. Up here we've got DVD player and the Xbox. Gotta have one of those. Basic side cabinets. I have my great uncle's burial flag, which I respectfully keep folded. Nice, neat, and clean and dry. A couple of levelers I put on. They work really well. The driver's door has a power window and a standard door lock. Standard seat belts. The doghouse cover I really like. It's very, very low profile, carpeted with cup holder, which is full of a bunch of junk, as you would expect. Carpet throughout. Over here, we've got the Jackknife Sofa. We keep it covered for the dogs because sometimes dogs make messes. Sometimes they puke. It's a very easy way to clean it up. Behind the Jackknife Sofa is a lot of room, which is of course full of all kinds of storage, and there's a huge storage compartment which I will not open up completely, but inside there it's a massive cabinet which is full of all kinds of things, including Bandit has a Fisher-Price xylophone, which one of these days we will get out and he will play it for treats. Standard dual pane sliding windows. The sliding windows have screens on both of them. We also have day-night shades, day shades, night shades. They work very well. Of course, it's got the late 90s valances. We've left them in place because honestly, they could look a lot worse. And some of the new RVs that they sell don't look much different. We have overhead storage cabinets throughout the entire living room. And the only thing we did to update them is we put on new brushed nickel handles and brushed nickel hinges throughout the entire RV. All the cabinetry we replaced the handles and the hinges. The slide out, as you can see, is 3 foot wide. It's a very wide slide out. The downside to a slide out this wide is that when the slide out is in, I'll mark it with my foot. It comes in to right here. So it does get a little bit tight trying to live in here when the slide is in. But when the slide is out, I'll come all the way around looking over the driver's seat, and you can see the entire living room and slide area is quite large. It has a very homey feel in here. We kind of like to think of it as our little apartment. Right here are the controls to our inverter, our whole house inverter. This is wired in to the entire 110 system. And when we turn on the generator or plug into shore power, the inverter becomes automatically a battery charger and starts to charge the battery unless the battery is full. And it can charge at a rate of up to 110 amps and as low as 2 amps of a float. Standard additional controls, including the ability to shut the entry step on or off. Victron battery monitor. I highly recommend these. It's also Bluetooth, as well as our Victron Smart Solar is Bluetooth. I can bring them up on the phone at any time and check a wide range of parameters at the touch of my phone. I highly recommend it. I didn't like this at first, the under-the-counter coffee maker, but it's actually turned out to be something that works out really, really well when we make coffee with the coffee maker. Luna, shh, quiet. Dishes are stored up here. Utensils are stored up here. And the RV came with one of my favorite things, a brand new GE microwave convection oven combo. And through some kind of voodoo, it's all stainless steel inside and still is a microwave. On convected oven, it cooks fantastic. And yes, we do have to run the generator to run the convection oven. We can run the microwave off of solar if it's in the middle of the day. Standard 3-burner stove under the cover. It's got the large 20-inch gas oven, so we have the ability to run 2 ovens at the same time, and it's a little dusty in there. We store extra pots and pans in there. Water heater, it's as simple as flipping a switch, and that's it. Water heater's on, and water heater's off. Under here, if you can see way in the back, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a 10-gallon water heater back there, and it's on the inside, as well as the rest of this standard plumbing. We put new fixtures on in the kitchen and the bathroom. It's got a little bit of hard water on it from good old Arizona hard water. Corian sink covers, Corian countertops on the fold out as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the Corian, but I do like it. We've actually come to like these 90s style mirrors, as well as we have a mirror wall. At first we weren't sure if we were going to like it. Since then we found we actually really like it a lot, and we've decided to make it our sticker wall. And you might notice a lot of the stickers are people you know, and some characters that you don't, like Sasquatch. I'm from the Northwest, we believe. And you'll notice there's no dinette. This RV was made without a dinette. Instead, we have a 2-person table and chairs. And somebody replaced the original chairs and put in these old style leather chairs. They're fantastic. So much more comfortable than a dinette, especially when there's only 2 people. And the table pulls apart and has a leaf inside of it, so we can make it bigger. I can't tell you how much more I like this than the dinette. We had a dinette in our last RV, and I just think that this is fantastic. If you're ever thinking about getting rid of your dinette and going to a table and chairs, I highly recommend it. And by the way, it stays put when we're traveling. We don't have to tie it down or anything. I try and drive careful. I pride myself on the fact that in over a year of driving, I have yet to have even one of these cupboards fly open and anything fly out. I take my time. I go over things and bumps very carefully. It's not that hard to do if you really take your time. When you're driving one of these, there's no reason to be in a hurry. Small hardwood floor in the kitchen. And yes, Bandit tipped over a bucket of water a few weeks ago, and it flooded this entire kitchen. Luckily, we got it dried out. At night, we can use the furnace. We have enough battery power to get through the entire night using the furnace, but we use a Camco Wave 3 heater and just keep the bottle inside. Don't have to worry about the bottle freezing up outside. I make sure I have no leaks. I'm not worried about it. It has not been a problem. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments differently, but hey, to each his own. Up here, we have our control box, water pump on and off, gray tank empty, black tank, it's actually empty. Must have something on the sensor. Fresh water, almost full. Batteries show full. Propane shows it's about 2/3 full. We have a ducted air conditioning system. We actually have two of these. You can open up the sliding vent to let all the air out right here. Or when that's closed, all of the air comes out of 7 of these throughout the RV. And both the front and rear air conditioning system are all tied into the same duct, the same 7 registers. Which is really nice. We also have a skylight. I have it blocked off for the cold weather with 1-inch thick styrofoam, so I'm going to leave it closed. But we do have a full skylight, which you can open up and let light in. It lets heat in during the day, but I like to keep it closed off. It's wintertime. It's got the carpeted ceiling. Has a fantastic fan in the kitchen, which is 3-speed, blows in or out, and is also thermostatically controlled. We have one residential style thermostat that controls both heating systems. Controls the air conditioner front and back. Each one of the air conditioners front and back have an electric heater built into them, which can both independently be controlled from here. And we have a gas furnace. I believe the front air conditioner is 13,000 BTU and the rear is 11,000 BTU. So we have 2 different heating systems and an air conditioning system all built in. And when you run the air conditioner or the electric heat through the roof units, you can control the fan speed from low, medium, and high, or leave them on automatic where they will turn off when the desired temperature is reached. I really like that ability to control the air in so many different ways. And yes, both air conditioners will run off of the generator, onboard generator. Right here, we have our brand new Norcold 10 cubic foot fridge. Originally, we had a 14 cubic foot Dometic double door fridge, and it took up space all the way over to here. So because of the price, this fridge was $2,300, and the 14 cubic foot replacement that would have used up the same opening was $4,600. So it was kind of a no-brainer to go with the smaller fridge. And then I built pantry shelves. Each one of these shelves is 10 inches wide and 10 inches tall, and they go back 24 inches, 2 feet. So that gave us a tremendous amount of food storage. And the bottom one we use to store water, and we can fit 6 gallons of drinking water down there. I just used simple pieces of baseboard, cut and nailed in place, and it holds everything in beautifully. This has worked out really, really well. It allows us to store almost all of our food in the pantry next to the fridge. I'm not a cabinet maker, but I think I did a pretty good job. Yes, we could have put a pull-out drawer system in there, but the fact is that the pull-out drawers were going to hold a lot less than this setup, and we wanted to go for the maximum amount that could possibly be held in the space that we had to use. Nothing special about what's in here, but the funny thing is, this 10 cubic foot fridge holds the exact same amount of food as our giant 14 cubic foot Dometic fridge held. I don't know why. For some reason, they've really used the space efficiently in here, and it works great. It has a built-in fan outside that helps to cool the fridge when the weather gets warm. I added an additional Valterra 12 volt electric fan, and when the 2 fans are on, this thing will stay cool even in the really hot weather, which has turned out to be really, really a good thing. I know I'm saying really a lot, but I'm not an actor. Okay, we have a combo washer dryer. Anytime we are someplace where we are hooked up, this thing runs 24 hours a day and does laundry for us for free. We can also run just the dryer alone when we're out boondocking off of the generator. Every load, if you're curious, uses 20 gallons of water. Our onboard fresh water is 60 gallons, so if we were to do laundry boondocking, we're looking at 3 loads per tank. So not something we would do out boondocking, but it can be done. They took out a closet originally to put this in. It came with the RV. So we have turned it into additional clothing storage. So I store all my jackets here. A lot of my clothes and a couple extra pairs of shoes are in here, as well as drawers where we store all kinds of things, including the only drawer I will open up and show you, the infamous junk drawer. Everybody has one. No different. Looks exactly the same as the junk drawer we had in our house, except it might even be a little bit cleaner and a little bit better organized. All the drawers are clip into place, so they lock in. You have to lift them up to get them up and over to unlock. They stay locked in place, so nothing comes open when we drive. The entire laundry area and bathroom is covered in sheet vinyl. And I'll open up the door and show you the best part about the bathroom. These doors lock into place, and now, if you can see, it's blocked off from the kitchen. Let me open it. I'll come forward and open it and show you that there is, looking out through the kitchen into the front of the RV. And now, lock the door open. I will turn and open the other one and lock the door open. Now, that is locked out going into the bedroom. Now the entire bathroom is opened up into one huge room, which really makes this one of the best features about the RV. Now we have a very large bathroom. Standard sink with a new fixture. Standard storage underneath. Corner shower, which is actually fairly big. And with the Skylight can accommodate somebody about 6'8". No fantastic fan in here, but we haven't actually needed it. Thought about putting one in, but just haven't needed it. And one of my favorite things, we took out the standard toilet and put in the biggest one they made. It's the Thetford porcelain toilet, or China bowl as a lot of people like to call it. It's great. It's honestly bigger than a standard house toilet. Very large, very comfortable. And it has this crazy jet sounding flush where it doesn't use hardly any water, but it really flushes things down with authority. Love it. Got the sprayer, additional sprayer for cleaning and helping to wash things down. A quick look over from the sink at the entire laundry area as it's open to one big bathroom. Okay, moving on. Close the bathroom doors. Sorry for so much camera movement. Okay, now looking into the bedroom. It has a real queen mattress, not an RV queen. It's set in an east-west configuration. That's the look. The bed is in the slide out. Two big cabinets above. Cabinets along both sides. And probably my wife's favorite part, a standard size closet like you would have in a residential house. The entire back of the RV is a closet. Also, on what would be used as a small desk area, we have her gecko. She'll probably do another video explaining about him. His name is Henry. You might be able to see him in there. He is a 15-year-old leopard gecko. He's huge, he's blind, he's old. And in the cabinet behind this television is another 200-watt inverter, just like the one that I showed you up by the entertainment system that we were not using. This one we do use. It's a really nice, older but nice 200-watt inverter that's hardwired into the main coach batteries. It is on 24 hours a day, and as soon as 110 power is turned on or the generator starts up, the inverter automatically switches over to AC power. And the minute we turn off our big inverter or we turn off the generator, it goes on automatically onto a 200-watt inverter built into it. So this little guy gets 110 power, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. He has a hot rock and a light, and the hot rock stays on 24 hours a day. As you can see inside there, it's about 83 degrees and low humidity. That's exactly the way he likes it. She has a spare cage for him for when she cleans the big cage. She puts him in there. I insulated behind him with 1-inch styrofoam board. We also have, I think it's a 24-inch TV here in the bedroom. Remote control. It's not a smart TV, but honestly, we hardly ever use it. We mainly use the big TV. We do keep reflectix on the outside of the curtains on both windows. One, it helps to keep out the temperature, and two, it keeps this room blacked out 24 hours a day, which makes it nice to take a nap in here during the day. Or Sue wakes up around 10 o'clock most mornings, and it helps to keep the sunlight out so she gets a better night's sleep. We also have, and it's a regular full-size pocket door, but the bedroom is a true bedroom. It closes off completely, which is one of the must-haves we had with the RV, so that when I get up early in the morning, I can close the door and she stays in here in her own bedroom and completely quiet so she can sleep. This bedroom reminds me a lot of a cruise ship cabin bedroom. If you've ever been on a cruise ship, this has the exact same look and feel. Large cabinets, which we have our extra clothing and things stored. Second closet. A second carbon monoxide detector here in the back. It actually has an on-off switch, so you can turn it on or off as needed. Slide-out control for the bedroom slide-out. Inside the closet, pretty much standard stuff. I'll just show you my side. Cabinet or drawers built below. On the other side, it goes to the floor. But it's my wife's side of the closet, and she would prefer that I do not show it. Once again, ducted air conditioner with built-in heat strips, electric heat. Same thing, open or close that to allow the air to come out of the registers. Also, one thing I thought was really awesome about this RV, and you can see it no matter where you look, this RV has never had a roof leak, ever. It was very hard for us to find an RV in the Northwest when we were buying that had never had a roof leak. And believe me, I looked inside of every single cabinet. It has never had a roof leak, and they are hard to find. This RV had been well taken care of. I found out from I'm the third owner, I found out from the second owner that the first owner, it spent most of its life parked inside of a garage up in the Northwest. The first owner had it for most of its life. Then it went to an RV dealer where the second owner bought it. He owned it for just over a year. Unfortunately, he got cancer and had to sell it, and we bought it from him. This RV is older than any other RV we looked at, but it literally had every, and that's why we bought it. We paid $22,000 for this rig, and I feel like we got a really good deal. I've replaced all the lights with LED. I'll show you just the inside of one of the cabinets because my wife did not clean and organize the rest of them, but this is where we have our main disconnects for the batteries, slide out control for the living room, and as you can see up in there, no roof leak, no stains on the carpet. This rig was very clean when we bought it. It had never had pets in it, so our dogs are the ones breaking it in. And when I got to Flagstaff, my brother works for a professional carpet cleaning company, and I had him bring the rig home. I used to run my own professional carpet cleaning company. I was able to use the machine. I steam cleaned every inch of this with 200-degree water, including the ceiling. Not that it was dirty, but I like to know that things are basically sterile. I'm kind of a clean freak. No water stains on the curtains. These have never been cleaned. This is the condition they were in when we bought it. I forgot to tell you, it has a backup camera, which I will turn on right now. It's color and has sound. I keep the sound turned off because it freaks me out when I hear things back there. But it does work. It works really well. Well, that's about all I can think of to show. Like I said, we really love this rig. I've come to love it more and more the longer I stay in it. It feels like a homey apartment. I measured this thing off, and it's just over 320 square feet inside. Now that's not actual usable area, but when you measure square footage, you measure the entire interior, including the interior walls. We probably have about 240 usable, walkable square feet. All right, let's see if Homie has anything to say. Got anything to say, buddy? You got to face it. Look at your face it. He has nothing to say. Luna, you have anything to say, Bloodshot Eyes? Nothing? Okay. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.